They say every dog got a day where they ain't really get to live. They say every sinner gotta pay, but I see it printed to forgive. Tribulation put you through the worst, I know why you thinking it's a myth. I woke up to your voice, it hit me where it hurts, some angels I'll never see again. Walking through the valley of the murk, trying to...
Let me scoot back a little bit. Yeah. YouTube was good. It's your boy Can Money back with another video. Let's get it. Hold up. Gotta play one of my favorite instrumentals though. If you ever heard the song Truth Be Told by Tusi, it came back out like COVID 2020. One of my favorite bangers. But you know how to be copyright and stuff, so I'm just play the instrumental though. Let me see. There we go. But anyways, YouTube was good. Well, let me set my timer too. Hold on, let me set my timer too. Alright, there we go. I'm about to go to work in a minute, so you know, I only got 10 minutes to spend my knowledge, but what I wanted to talk about was how they're saying birds of a feather flock together isn't always true. And the reason I came to this conclusion because it's been a lot of points in my life where I hung around people, but I was never like, you know, like my ambition, my drive, and the things that I stand on was totally different because you know how society try to conjure up so many things. Like they try to say that, you know, you hang with 9 dumb people, you'll be the 10th one. Or you know, if you hang around 9 broke people, you'll be the 10th one. At the end of the day, especially me being as a man, can't nobody force me to do things I don't want to do, say things I don't want to say, you know, get into anything, you know, I don't want to indulge in. I have my own mindset and I have my own way of doing things. So, you know, I feel though a lot of people think that just because they're around somebody that, you know, they're automatically gonna be a product of that. Now, I'm gonna say this: in certain cases, if that person really isn't on their stuff, you know, or they might be in drama, that could kind of come back on you. Or let's say that, you know, y'all might not be able to relate on the same things. Like, you know, one of my mentors, you know, I know named Jasi, you know, you can find him on Facebook or whatever. You know, he helped me with the Forex trading or whatever. He told me one good thing. He was saying, like, you know, a lot of the times that, you know, when you be around certain people, you know, like certain energies rub off. And, you know, that's true though, because you could be around a person and y'all might not even be able to, like, you know, relate on certain topics. He said that, you know, besides him doing Forex, most people, you know, at his job can't really relate to him about nothing but sports. So, you know, when they approach him or when they talk, it's no like deep intellectual conversations. They don't really pick up on a lot of things he's saying. It's probably like, you know, oh, what we saw on TV or the latest drama that's going on. And that's how I view a lot of things too, because for me, not that I'm an arrogant, stucco guy, I can talk to a lot of people. I can sit up here and talk to a person that's, you know, smarter than me, a person that, you know, don't know a lot, you know, a person that's not as wise. And at the end of the day, I don't judge. It just depends off the reciprocation and how the conversation is flowing. I know that's how the conversation will be, you know, be based off of. So if I could talk to a person about some real life stuff and I can see that they had some of the same experiences and we can kind of go back and forth and give each other knowledge, then that's cool. Oh, I ended. Hold on, guys. I'll be good. But I'm saying, like, if we go back and forth and I can see that they can pick up on certain things, like, let's say little catchphrases, I'm saying, or if I go deep into the subject, they're not saying they're lost, then I kind of know, like, alright, me and this person kind of got the same mindset. Of course, we're not the same people, but, you know, we can kind of put 2 and 2 together and understand where each other is coming from, versus a person who don't know nothing about what I'm talking about. Then it's like, they saying they confused, you know, they saying they're like, what's this guy talking about, or they really don't know where to pinpoint things. Because you ever talk to somebody and it's like you gotta kind of numb down all the stuff you know, and it's like you're talking like kindergarten or like 1st grade, and it's not something you really want to do, but you understand like, this person can't really comprehend the level of thinking, you know, that I'm speaking on. So that's why I say birds of a feather that flock together. In some cases, yes, some people make it to be that way though. You don't have to be around a crowd and do the same things they do. Some people just don't have the mindset and the willpower to separate themselves from a lot of crowds. Like how a lot of guys know join gangs, steal cars. At the end of the day, a lot of guys, when they get in that car or when they get in that game, they heart racing. They heart in the bottom of their ass, and they know like, man, this lifestyle not for me. I'm not cut out to do this, but you know, I don't want to seem like, you know, like a punk, or you know, I don't want to let my guys down, or I don't want to let society know that, you know, I'm not built for this. Basically trying to prove a point or trying to fill a void as to, you know, wanting to be somebody, because a lot of people grow up not feeling like they're anybody. They grow up feeling like nobody pays attention to them. They're an outcast. Nobody sees them. Nobody hears them. Nobody pays attention to them. So it's like they go through the world trying to look for that validation through others. Rather, like I said, rather joining the bad crowd, rather people pleasing, rather sitting up here trying to get all this external love so they can feel happy, and it's like a constant chase over and over and over. And we all been through that, right? It's with friendships, relationships, love, like little. I'm not gonna say stupid stuff, but sometimes little petty things. We sit up here and we chase the wrong things, and it's like a constant high. We try to get it from this person, then this don't work out. We go from this person to this person, and it's like a never-ending cycle instead of actually buckling down. Because once you think past the surface, you understand that it's always a deeper reason as to why people do what they want to do. Like a lot of guys join games because they feel as though like that could be a certain clique that could get them love, or that could actually be there for them and actually fake put them on game or show them how life goes. And a lot of people be scared to be alone. Some don't want to sit up here and go through a long grinding process of trying to get on their feet, or let's say trying to get their own money the legal way, or trying to sit up here and actually do better for themselves. Some want to take the quick route and rather sit up here and throw their whole life away doing a whole bunch of nonsense. I don't know what's up with my thing today. Let me see. Oh yeah, I got one for y'all. Let me see. Back in Blood instrumental. It's one of my favorite songs. Free my boy Pooh Shiesty, man. These ads, man. Y'all know these ads suck. It's crazy. Oh yeah, there we go. But yeah, like I was saying, some writers sit up here and throw their whole life away, and I'm not gonna say not even care. It hurt them deep down inside, but some feel like this is what I gotta do to be somebody. Or a lot of guys chase that that lifestyle to get girls, or some sit up here and chase that validation because it's like I need it. It's like this is what's gonna make me happy. This is what's gonna make me fulfilled as a person. But they realize like it's an ongoing cycle. Like it goes on and on and on. So once they get around these groups of people, it's like these people are trying to feel the same void they're feeling, and then it's like the group keep piling on, so it's like a bunch of people trying to feel the same void, and it's like them being around each other is not helping because this person can't put you on game on how to be happy because they're not happy, and then you go to this person and it's the same thing. So it's like all y'all are just a big clique of people who have like an empty void to fill, and it's not even through like self-improvement, rather that's with writing down your problems, going to the surface of things, going deep into why you do what you do, or putting yourself in situations to catch yourself whenever you're feeling a certain type of way. Because that's what I always did. When it came to a situation, I would go to my notebook because I would try to pinpoint, like, I've been in this situation a few times. What is the main point why I start feeling how I'm feeling? Because let's say, for instance, like when it comes to talking to girls, right? Like when we all first started out, we always seem nervous, we seem antsy, or like we go up to talk to her, we get this brain fog, we don't know what to say. But when it comes to regular, everyday life, right, there's parents, friends, homies, we flowing, our heart is normal, but it's like in certain situations, or when it came time for you to get out your comfort zone, like your first basketball game, your first baseball game, your first time performing in front of a big crowd, public speaking, because a lot of things seem easy behind camera. That just like, I can sit up here and do this with ease, nobody's around, no distractions, but then that's like somebody hit me up like, yo man, I appreciate your message, man, we need you here. Come to this interview, come on this big podcast in front of everybody and speak, like let everybody know like what's up. You feel me? That's gonna be my time to shine. It can't really be can y'all make sure it's not a lot of people there? Can y'all make sure everybody's not looking at me? Nah, like they gonna say like, man, you sit up here and taught this knowledge. You got people that look up to you, man. We need you here, bro. We need you here in front of these cameras, and we need you here to speak. We need you here to talk about this topic, that topic. We need you to go deep in depth and see. In certain cases like that, it wouldn't even be that I don't know what I'm talking about. It would be to the fact that let's say the anxiety or the nervousness will cause me, to overthink. So that's how sometimes, people start stuttering, or they sit up here like, how did I not remember this, or how did I not remember that, or I just had that thought in my head. It don't even come from the fact of you not knowing it anymore. It comes from the fact of all the stuff that's cluttered up on top of the ideas you had. So that's why I say like, at the end of the day, I could be around the crowd, separate myself from so many people. And another thing I say all the time is that I talk to a lot of people all the time, and I realize that, I'm 10 times more wise than them. And a lot of them have been through a lot of, experiences, but they haven't learned from the experience. See, that's just like when people always try to, set the bar low when they hit the age of 18, 19, or 20. Or, a guy's 30 and, he's talking to a 25-year-old, and he think because he's 5 years older or whatever that he has, like more knowledge, or he has more wisdom. And at the end of the day, yes, you might have been through more because you had that extra 5 years, put yourself out there and see different things, but I don't mean you learn through the experiences though. Because I could be talking to a person and me and this person could go in depth about the topic, and their topic is totally surface level. Like their topic is the same thing everybody else talk about. You know, the same viewpoints. You know, the same how you call it? I can't even get the words out, but I get what I'm saying though. So you know, like their viewpoints on everything is the same as everybody else's. You know, the way they break it down is the same, but then you know, you go to a person like me and I get it from this angle, that angle. I can use scenarios, I can use people, I can use, you know, like my background, what's going on around me. So at the end of the day, I know how to be around the people who have nothing going on and still be the person that knows how to walk away and get my stuff done. So then that way when I come back, if they still in the dust, they still in the dust. Now, do I really recommend people to hang around people like that, or even myself? No, because it feels good to be around people that can hold you accountable, or people that know more than you. So it's like, you know, when you think you up here, they bring you down here, then they bring you up there with them with their knowledge, and you know, you learn from that. So that's how I like to do, you know, my thing. So a lot of people think that you have to be a product of your environment. No, like for me, I'm in the environment, but I'm not the product of the environment. You know, I make my own rules, my own standards. I went fast. But to wrap it up, I make my own rules, my own standards. You know, I got my own flow of things. So at the end of the day, nobody can really sit up and tell me, you know, what I could do, what I can do. At the end of the day, rather, I gotta sit up here and journal all day. I gotta sit up here and talk to somebody that's smarter than me to get the knowledge I need to know. You know, even my mentor told me, he's like, man, pick my brain, ask questions. You know, sometimes you get in that mind like, I don't want to aggravate this person, I don't want to aggravate that person, but a person that's really trying to help you appreciate that. They're like, you know, I can see this person want it. They might come to me, you know, 4 to 5 times out the week, ask the same thing, but at the end of the day, you know, after it's all said and done, you know, the stuff you'll learn and the experience you went through will make you a way better person. But that's it, y'all. Gotta get to work. And you know what's funny about this? I'm gonna look back at these videos in a few years and I'm gonna be like, damn, I remember when I was always saying I gotta go to work. Not saying that, you know, I won't be doing this or I won't be doing other things that are work in the future, but I'm like punching in the clock. It won't be long. Love y'all. I'm out.